Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to TCH Live. My name is Derek, and should hit Mitchell here very soon. Got a lot of familiar faces on this final table. See a lot of familiar faces in the chat as well. Walter, RS Actuary, Mitchell A, Poker Monkey, Rena, of course. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are having a fantastic weekend. Let's get into the action right away here. Already gonna fold the king queen under the gun.
Yeah.
Alright, that was a trial run. No, we're good.
Looks like I might have had a little misdeal there for my buddy Sal, but be right into the action here. Walter, I hope you see the player that you're rooting for.
Hopefully, but see, I get some. Yeah. Oh, I went last week, played that $500.
Scan the cards.
3 times.
Put the cards up here.
Didn't do worth the crap.
Alright, ready to play.
No, I didn't. I had such bad luck up there last week. I didn't want to go up there.
Poker C gonna raise up the action here with the ace-9. Carl gonna ship it with the ace-queen of diamonds.
Never.
Gonna put Poker C in a tough spot here, but I think he's gonna let it go.
I'll try to go up. I got so many grandkids.
So everybody in the chat, Shane S, Mitchell A, of course. Shane S says, let's go Poker Ski. Yeah, Poker Ski actually gonna make the call here, surprisingly. I'm very surprised. Oh, I guess it was button versus small blind. Unfortunate cooler here. Might be a quick night here for Poker Ski, who is at risk right now. Needs to find a 9 and a 9 only.
Oh my God!
Wow, in the first hand, to start off the final table here, is going to be a royal flush. A royal flush on stream. Unfortunately, going to knock out Poker Ski in 9th place.
Wow!
Carl with the royal flush.
Wow!
Going to send Poker Ski home here. So sorry to see that. I know I saw Mrs. Poker Ski in the chat. Poker Ski going to take home 9th place money.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Wow, good roll.
The diamonds there too. It's like, oh my goodness.
You got to get extra points for that.
I would have flopped.
We should have put the cards
Yeah.
Wow.
30,000 to play.
It's Kevin Pilot.
Albert's a hell of a dealer. Geez. Knock one out in the first hand.
70,000.
Wow, I don't remember the last time I saw a royal flush on string. It's been a while. Yeah, no shame losing the royal for sure. It's absolutely nuts there. Axel going to raise up the action with the king queen. Aubin going to ship it with the ace queen for 140k. Imagine he's out. Axel's just going to call off here. Only 70k more.
Alright.
Oh, you did. Oh,
Your game, sir.
wow.
Bam, bam.
Wow.
Got this laddered up, 2 spots.
Yeah, that's just what we talked about.
I'll take that.
So this is gonna last 7 times? Can I kill everybody else like that?
Take it.
Quick light.
Yeah, Mitch, Poker Ski did take home 1590 there for his 9th place finish. Oh, there he is. What's up, Mitch?
Hey, what's going on? Run a little late today. How was everybody? Did I miss much?
He just missed a royal flush on stream.
No.
Yeah. Carl made a royal flush against Poker Ski to send Poker Ski home there, unfortunately.
Can we have him play it back?
There's no replay feature yet. Hopefully we're in the works. You
Uh,
all right, Mitchell?
Yeah. I'm good. I just have to get Sal to deal another one.
Kyle in the chat says, "How are you
I mean,
guys?"
I looked at the
Pretty
first
good. How are
one,
you, sir?
I saw an ace. So
He's 8, 8 plus.
Let's see here.
I guess maybe
Got about 100 of y'all joining us
they're
tonight, early. Nice to
Red
see the
Bull,
viewership there.
Yeah, well,
And we got another all-in here.
One suit.
This time
Jeez.
Arnold at risk.
Arnie,
All right, you got the black ones, damn it. And a 4.
there's a 4,
I got my
ace and a 4.
8.
Oh, look at that.
Chop it up.
Damn. That wasn't even no fun.
Wow.
It's gonna be a
Hey,
chop
Mitch, what's
out
I
there.
was ahead of you.
Mitch says, what's up?
not after the flop that you
Man, I was excited for a moment.
we both needed to double up for that.
Yeah, we did.
That hand was gonna-
Almost went 3
No, you
Get
would've
comfortable
been
here,
eliminated.
Derek.
You have this thing as tag.
You lucky I didn't
We had the same exact stack. Oh, really?
See, we got a couple from one of your faces. There's Axel's here again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From last
Axel
week.
with another final table appearance.
Yeah. Guy's a monster. I see Arnie there. I see that Mike's there. How about this? Derek, I don't know if you know, you weren't here today. The young lady is Walt's wife. You know Walt. I forget his last name. He's made a couple final tables.
This is cool down back there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know what I'm
The
talking
snow.
about?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I saw Walter in the chat. He kept saying that he wanted to see if Snow was on the final table, and there she
Yeah,
is.
that's his wife, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, he mentioned it was his other half there on the final table.
Yeah, he introduced me earlier today. I was watching her. I talked to her earlier. Yeah, I was keeping an eye on her. She was saying she'd keep her fingers crossed hope to make she fought the final table, and here she is.
Might as well have though.
Well, Carl just made a royal flush and running pretty good here. Gonna find 2 pair on this flop.
I see that.
75,000.
I'm curious to see what Axel does here. He can't be afraid of this flop.
At least mine was suited.
There's a 215.
I think he's going to find out quick that Carl did indeed hit this flop.
Short stack like that.
Well, that does help Axel. Gives him an open ender there. So this could get interesting.
$335.
Fold.
So there it is. Axel will take it down.
Wow, wins a pretty decent sized pot there.
Yeah. Good.
No pair.
Carl didn't care too much for the 10 there on the turn, but that interesting to see the river there.
Yeah, if I were in Carl's position there, I might have peeled that another card there, just because it's kind of hard for Axel to connect to that 10 a lot of the time. And you did have top pair on the flop there. Wow, big hand here for Michael.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think I would have had to make the call too there.
Actually, I need to go back and see how deep Carl was. 1.3 million. I definitely want to at least see one more card there. I can definitely understand if he was a little shallower, but maybe he has some kind of read on Axel there. But in Carl's defense there, it is uncomfortable there with just one pair on that board.
Get down.
And
Just gonna get to
Axel's
walk around here.
I might go take it down with the kicks. Axel's his chip stack there is a little intimidating too. I don't think Carl wants to duke it out with him right yet. And Axel is building somewhat of a reputation here. He's been on fire lately.
Yeah, we're already down to 7 players now. Already lost 2 so far. Poker Ski first against that Royal. Aubin second.
Arnie going to look down, go all in with his ace king suited here.
Count please.
Of the clubs.
5,610,000.
Axel wants to count.
Close, like 110.
110.
Ah, good fold.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Michael's not going to do anything with that. 3-2.
All right, so my dad told me to play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something to call there.
The old dirty diaper.
I didn't have a pair, but I sure have a good hit.
Appreciate everyone here in the chat that's tuning in early.
Very near to call.
So Poker Ski busted out. I didn't get a chance to talk about his beard.
Nah, yeah, before he already busted before he came in. There he is in the chat. So that was a bad call. I mean, I don't hate it just because of the positioning, but I think it's just a cooler there. Ace 9 against Ace Queen there for that amount. I think it was about 15 big blinds or so.
Carl going to look down now. He's got the ace king of clubs. And he'll take that one down.
So you have a good day of dealing, Mitchell?
Oh, yeah, actually I did. We had a little bit of excitement later on. I don't know if you heard, earlier today. I don't know if you heard about it. Someone wanted to dance around a little bit the room, so it was kind of interesting. I don't know if did you hear anything about it?
No, I haven't. I've been home and or running errands all day.
Yeah, I probably should have texted you about it earlier. But it happened around either 11 or noon. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, ain't getting paid off.
But it lasted for about 5 minutes and it was over. But it was interesting. He was a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, yeah, of course. No doubt about it.
Dane, another one of our dealers here in Dallas, gets witnessed the event as well. Man, y'all have to tell me about this later, I guess.
Yeah, it was, I don't want to. It was interesting.
Here's an all-in from Keith. Carl going to make the call on the small blind. Michael, one of our tournament regulars here, back on this final table. Definitely won a few of these tournaments.
95? 100 even?
Looks like he'll make this call here.
Interesting.
Try to increase his... this is an interesting call there. I'm surprised he did that.
He's checking that.
Gonna come king high. Carl gonna find top pair. And the Keith is in trouble here. He needs to find a deuce or an ace on this river card here to stay alive. And it's not going to come. Carl's going to win this pot here, and Keith is going to go home in 7th place, taking home $2,485. Congratulations to him. GG's in the chat for Keith.
Yeah, Keith, always a pleasure at the table. Always a pleasure. Him and Carl, I think I dealt to both of them at the same table earlier, I believe. But
30 and 30.
Keith, always a pleasure at the table.
Down to our final 6 already. This might be a fast final table, folks. So if you're here early, you came at the right time. If you're just now joining us, we're watching the final table of our Saturday 20K guaranteed. We had about 171 entrants for this tournament tonight.
Seeing a lot of love for the lady tonight, Miss Snow, and her first tournament.
Fold, everybody. Just don't let you know.
I'm pretty sure it's her first tournament here on Saturday, making it to the final table, climbing up the ladder.
Got a good hand here. Ace Jack of Spades, 6-handed.
Fold, everybody.
I'd be tempted just to ship it in here. I wouldn't want to raise and get some hands a chance to catch up. And yeah, she will
there it
agree.
is.
She will go all in.
This
And,
could
you
be
know-
a nice double up here if Mike should happen to want to call, but he's not.
You know, I almost don't even want to call, honestly. I mean, because still that hand has like about 30% against your hand, and you know, occasionally that king can still come. You know, I'm happy to just
Yeah,
take the blinds here.
Blinds are up.
Blinds are up.
20, 40, 40.
H Hart in the chat says, "Is that Ben announcing?" No, it's Derek and Mitchell tonight.
Don't cheat me out of my
Yeah.
money here.
I was texting Ben earlier tonight. You know, he's a big Seahawks fan. I texted him, told him I was pulling for his team. Unfortunately, they did not advance. They were eliminated today by the 49ers. But I was pulling for them.
I had no doubt.
I always knew. Yeah.
Here's the 110.
Oh, Carl got a couple aces here. Mike's got a couple of fours. This could get interesting.
Jeremy in the chat says, "What was the buy-in today for today, and can you offer any info?" So the buy-in today started at 3:65. Tournament started at 10 a.m. and they've been playing since, and we're now down to our final 6 players. Carl, we're gonna raise it up here.
We had what 170,
171.
171. I know it was in the 70s.
Let me know if you need any other
Another Royal?
questions answered there, Jeremy.
Another Royal?
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Yeah,
I am
Wow, we
not
got-
an Eagles fan. I've been to many Eagles games growing up just south of Philly.
you will
But
be
no, I'm not a true Eagle fan.
looking at the stream later.
Walter, wow, look at that. He says that this is Snow's first time playing at TCH. Is she final tables?
Yeah, I'm
Oh my
telling you.
goodness. Look at that.
Mike H has the ace 10 here. You can go do a little something with it, figure out what he wants to do.
80,000.
Looks like he's going to bet 80. Raise the 80 to it there. Carney going to throw that 6-4 away.
What?
Those are too good of cards to play. Gotta throw them.
How do you win it all? Exactly as Pokemonkey says, by winning all the chips.
You know, a lot of times they do chop, you know, they get down. They work out some deal, you know.
I'm going home at Sunday.
How long have you been here?
1 week. I came last Sunday.
Well,
Sunday. So I've been here for
You
6
on
days.
vacation or what?
You know,
I were
in
here,
all honesty,
2 months.
and I've never really pulled for the Cowboys, but the last two, when they played the Eagles this year, I turned it on and I found myself pulling for the Cowboys.
Just Dallas.
I didn't know what was going on. It was a strange thing, but
It was good. Lived in,
I was always been a
Holdem,
Dolphins
you know
fan.
what that is. Yeah. My son was with me, so it was perfect.
Not an Eagles fan.
How's your boy?
What?
90,000.
5.
5?
Yeah. So we're starting school in
Axel here, we're going to raise the button here with a
in
10-4.
August. So I have to,
Really taking to the
travel
playing
over.
any 2 on the button.
When it's 6, you can do it. And then I have to search for location.
We'll get a defend here from Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this time I'm here alone. I'm not alone, with some friends.
Yeah.
But I like Dallas, it's perfect. Better weather. This is warm for me. In Sweden it's like 6, 7 minus.
It's going to come King, Jack, Jack.
So,
See if Axel decides to continue betting here.
I don't know what that's
Yeah.
for, right?
80,000.
We'll go for a third size bet here.
Here.
no.
We'll take it down there with just 10 high. Nice hand for him.
6, 7 Celsius is still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about 20 degrees.
Yeah, somewhere in that range. I think.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Maybe like negative 10 plus 32, so 120.
Yeah.
Take a look at chip stacks here. Axel leading the way with 2 million. I think Carl's not too far behind.
Yeah, I am kind of an Eagles fan. A little sad when Don Henley passed a couple years ago. Poker ski. He's an Eagles fan. Twice a year.
I can get behind that.
And that'll be that. We'll move on.
Do you play here often?
Yeah, I play quite a bit.
265 what?
Yeah,
How you
265 plus 50.
Yeah, okay.
When the final table was decided, Arnie came over
Well, I mean, I'm sure
talking to a couple of players at my table,
you wanted to. And I kind of
saying he was short stack, but he was going to take it down. So I see he's still in the game.
Down to his last 2.5 big blinds there. We'll decide to go with the king six.
And Axel, did Axel make the call?
Yeah, Axel makes a call here with the ace jack.
Okay. Okay. Mike's got a couple of tens. We all know how I feel about that.
I'm all in.
And there's an all in.
You know, Axel here has a chance here for a double knockout. Hitting an ace or
He
jack.
makes the call.
He hits an ace or jack here.
Mike
He's gonna hit a double knockout.
Mike was hoping that both he and Arnie, Axel and Arnie, were sharing cards. So he has to avoid, Mike has to avoid a king, an ace, or a jack.
Alright. Alright, so Arnie, you're in for just the main, and you're in for everything. Let me know when I'm good.
So I'll go ahead and put the flop out. We'll see what happens. All right.
Ted's looking good here.
Wish I had king 5.
10's looking good here for the whole thing.
There's the king.
Oh, and there's the king there for the main pot.
Arnie. So Mike will
Arnie
take
gonna
a
get the
side
triple
pot.
up.
He'll take a side pot off of Alex. Arnie,
I did something right.
still in the game.
Off of Axel.
My side?
I double, I still, I make
For the week, Walt? For the week?
400.
I have to agree.
I can't say I was rooting for you guys.
All right, Walt. I want to talk to her next week. I don't want to see any hungry mans or hamburger helper.
Jack on that road.
Well, maybe one hamburger
I
helper.
think the king was the worst outcome. You know?
Walt's got to make dinner, guys, all week long for Snow.
Definitely not folding there.
That's a fun little side bet.
Nice hand, Arnie.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you doing in my pot, sir?
Hell, I didn't have nothing left. I had to go with the suited cards.
2016 has been that long? I just got a text message from Poker Monkey Glenn Fry. I knew it was a few years ago. Time does fly. 2016.
I'm going to give you a walk.
Zero to cover?
About 20 minutes into our stream, 200 of y'all watching with us tonight. If you're just now joining us, you're watching the final 6 players of our Saturday 20K guaranteed. You got Derek and Mitchell here commentating tonight. Hope y'all are enjoying this final table and hope y'all are having a great weekend.
Snow going to look down at the suited ace. Let's see what she wants to do with this. Under the gun.
It's pretty close. I mean, less than 10 big blinds. You really don't want to enter the pot here without an all-in. And she will just go with the all-in. She will decide it's good enough. And I like it. I mean, she doesn't really have much to lose. I think there's not too many chip stacks that are shorter than her. But a lot to gain if she can double up.
And everyone will fold it. She'll take it down.
Sorry?
I'm leaving this one here for your big blind only.
Oh, thank you.
Skip the step.
So I'm big blind now, huh? Okay.
20 minutes, please.
Oh, sorry.
You haven't tried to go play any of the, like down south or any of the other
No.
locations?
I've been, in Dallas, I've been on some of them.
Down to the final 6. Thank you, Pokerski. Thank you. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Oh man, oh man.
110.
Carl with an ace king. He's been getting some cards.
Nice time to get cards.
Oh,
We're playing for $9,000 up top, almost 10.
Sorry. Yell at me and I'll push him your way.
We're good, thank you.
This V65 play every Saturday.
Every Saturday. It's usually, so since the WSOP is going on right now in Oklahoma, it's short, but it's usually 250. I would say average 250.
You guys are killing me. It's not my birthday.
Normally there's more.
Down to the final 6. Who you like it tonight, Derek?
I mean, I think everyone on this final table has a good chance to win.
Yeah.
If I'm just to talk like historically, I mean, Axel's been playing, had some very strong showings the past few weeks. You know, even in our daily tournaments, our Saturday tournaments, I mean, he's been doing very well.
Yeah, he's I think he's at the top of both lists. If he's not, I think he's at the top and second at the other.
Yeah, I was actually just trying to look for that list online. I don't think we have the list online yet, but they have a physical copy printed at the card room. And you're right. I took a look at that list, and it looked like, you know, Axel was at the top of the point leaderboard, and I think he was in the top 10 at least for the loyalty side.
Yeah, I think he goes home and gets some sleep. He goes home early, gets some sleep, and gets up to come play these tournaments.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, in 2023, we're starting a 15K free roll every single quarter in 2023. So every single quarter, if you're the top 20 prize leaders or top 25 loyalty point leaders, you can be entered into this $15,000 guaranteed free roll. So to be in the top on the point side, you just need to be playing our tournaments and be on the you know, higher scoring side of it, and you get points on that side by, for example, if you cash for $400 and the buy-in for the tournament is $100, you get 4 points. So that's how you can calculate that. And on the loyalty side, for every entrant into a tournament, you get 1 point. Good time for Arnie to get kings here. Might be a little suspicious that he's raising off of on such a small stack. Almost like he's begging for action, right?
But I haven't played in that one.
Yeah, the Snow's going to go all in with his 6s.
My last big one was the WPT time. How much is it? The one in Vegas. Okay. Yeah. A couple weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
390.
No, I did the prime, the 1100. It had like over 5,000 entries. I bubbled.
Alright, let's see him.
Started at
All right.
Started at 11.
It looks like somehow they might have the exact same chip stack here, according to our graphics. We'll see if that's right.
Wow.
And there's going to be a 6 on the flop.
Wow.
Oh, boy. No backdoor innings. It needs to find a king and a king only, but there's no kings left in the deck.
Wow. Hitting the 6.
You didn't realize that kings.
Walt's at home or wherever he is, jumping up and down.
Walter here in the chat, probably like Mitchell saying, jumping up and down.
My husband's sweating bullets there.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick.
And you can hear her in the chat there saying to her neighbor that her husband is sweating bullets.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that's going to be the end of the tournament for Arnie. Arnie going to take home a solid prize of $3,050. That's pretty good for 6th place money for a one-day tournament.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Down to our final 5. Each player now guaranteed $3,770. Top prize going to be $9,800.
You know, hats off to Arnie making the final table again all the time. He's no stranger to the final table. One of the nicest guys in the room. You know that, Derek.
Yeah.
Always got a smile on his face. Always got a comical. Excuse me, guys. Arnie always having a good time in the room.
Even here.
But Snow hitting the 6.
They make like a server's wage.
Down to our final 5 players already. We've only been playing for 30 minutes. But I imagine the pace of play will slow down just a bit as the stacks get a little bit deeper across the board. A lot of the shorter stacks now out of the tournament.
Yeah, down to the final 5. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing?
Raise.
100.
All right. Going to raise with a couple of deuces.
I think it's either ship it or fold here for Michael. And it will go all in with the ace-10.
320.
And Michael H here with just deuces. They say deuces never lose. It's gonna be a pure coin flip here. I think ace-10,
Play twos tonight.
yeah, I think it's pure coin flip here just because there are a lot of counter
Tried it a few
payouts.
times, just couldn't do it.
And there is the ace there.
There's the ace. And the 10. Looking for a deuce only.
And Michael B is gonna double through Michael H.
They said we triple up with this.
As you can see here on our chip stacks, largest stack has about 40 big blinds.
That was that.
And everyone else has about 17 or down to crumbs there for Michael H with 8 big blinds.
He tripled up
Yeah, after losing that last hand.
against you and against your trip queens and that other. What the other
Yeah,
one?
Walt,
King-
deuces against kings.
King 10.
But she's still in. She looked confident. She wasn't even sweating it. She looked good. She looked confident. She knew she was going to get it.
Not in the best position here.
Final 5, 171. Total today. Saturday, TCH in Dallas.
Between the both of y'all.
Down to the final 5.
One on my left and one on my right. Doesn't make my easy decision final table. Doesn't give me a lot of the easiest decisions.
Yeah, I think Mike was at the final table with Carl and Keith, Mike, and I think Carl. Memory serves me. I think they were all 3 at the same table when I dealt to them today.
Their cards aren't giving me
Carl,
much to
take
think
it down.
about. So the cards aren't giving me much to think about. I don't have a lot of decisions to make anyways.
I was all in or fold.
Yeah.
And you have like 500, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little more, but yeah. 6 something.
7, 13 big blinds.
It's a shame I got in late today, Derek. I did want to talk about Poker Ski's.
Not much.
His beard is looking very sharp today.
As it
Well, I
always
mean,
does.
Yeah, I guess it's always sharp, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Love the aggression here from Snow. Shipping the Queen Jack on the button. And at this point of the tournament, just picking the big blinds.
Yeah, take it
Which
down.
spin the blinds is very, very strong. We'll chip up to 17. Big blinds. I mean, it's in striking distance from the chip leaders. I mean, just one double up through them, and they're
Yeah.
pretty much the same stack. So. Definitely a thing to keep in mind for anyone that's looking to play more tournament poker. Just because you're down to like, 12, 13, even down to even 10 or 11 big blinds, you're not down for the count just yet. One double up and you're right back in it at this stage of the tournament.
I know she got a little ace queen here. Let's see what she wants to do with this. She's gonna go ahead and throw a raise out there.
I like this a lot more, just because you can get action from weaker hands, and yeah, she
Okay.
will. Michael gonna jam the ace jack, and she will make the call here, and
There
she's
it
way
is.
ahead here. You know, I like the play a lot from Michael B. Just kind of unfortunate timing there, running into a better hand.
Yeah, I agree.
Michael B at risk here. Let's see if he can find a jack and a jack only to save his tournament
And
life.
there
And there it is in the window.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow.
no. Right in the window. Now, yeah, has a club now, and it can hit the runner flush anyways. Doesn't need it.
Wow.
Insult to injury, and Snow, unfortunately, down to just one big blind. And you have to win these spots to win tournaments. When you're way behind, hit that one card that saves your tournament life.
Nuts.
Wow.
Yep. Nothing.
Very nice.
Nothing less. I only get the nuts. That's it.
Tough break for Snow there. She got it in good.
Yeah, but we have to remember too. She did hit that 6 against Arnie earlier, right? So you know it.
You are a run good dealer.
When you receive the beats, you also deal them out a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
With just
part of
pass.
tournament poker.
No jinx. I don't believe. Can't do nothing about that. Cards are gonna fall. It's not like I have a lot of choice. It's not like.
Now she's going to look down at 2-3 offsuit. Ugh.
Okay. 40 to play.
Yeah, that's an easy one. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean at that point she was just looking for any picture card, just one. You know, Melissa Burns in the chat saying chip in the chair. I absolutely agree.
no
Yeah,
doubt.
I want to say it was 3 or 4 months ago. We saw Bart Bogard go down to just less than a small blind, I think.
It was
I think,
one blue chip.
yeah, he had one blue chip or something like
And,
that, and he
lost
came
the
back
hand.
and got 3rd or 4th place.
Second. I'm
Oh,
pretty
really?
Sure it was,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was. Maybe it was third. Second. I think it was second.
I mean, top 4 at least, right?
Oh,
I mean,
no doubt.
he was at like 8th or 9th place, like down for the count, and came back. So
Yeah,
definitely a possibility here.
On the final table, one blue chip. That's a $5,000 chip. That's it. That's it. I came all the way back. And was a small blind the very next hand, so he was in. He had no choice. And was so yeah.
Michael H gonna push the action here, and
I have no idea what it is.
And Snow has definitely played well enough to be able to do that. She played very well today. She's going to get it all in. Looks like with Ace Queen and get a call from Mike, no doubt. She's got it in. She's got it in good again. So we'll see what happens. She's way ahead with the Ace Queen.
as we were just talking about chip in the chair, right?
There's the Queen.
What was that last time?
And there it is. She'll take it down and get the double up.
You guys ready to talk chop now?
I don't think there will be any down.
Hey, it didn't hurt to ask.
Yeah, I was watching that, Pez. I was watching it, and I said I wasn't going to turn it off until Bart busted out because I had some stuff doing. I just happened to tune in, so I'm not going. I'll wait till he busts out, and it just kept going. It kept going, and then I couldn't turn it off at all. Obviously, postponed everything else. But yeah, I remember that.
Maybe just put another 500 on each and play for 1, 2 times.
Axel going to go ahead and raise it up.
3 deuce again there for Snow.
Well, this is interesting.
I'm rooting for a 4.
Michael B here, not afraid to state what he's rooting for.
Well, they both hit the 5. Uh-oh.
Always a sweat. Always a sweat. Oh my goodness.
And there's the 4.
Good game, sir. Good games.
Wow. Wow.
Nice answer.
And that'll be the tournament for Michael H. Going to take home 5th place money for 3,770. And what a turnaround there for Snow. Down to one big blind. You know,
And now she's
literally
moved
down
up
to one big blind, and now she laddered up.
moved up the money list another notch. And now we're down to 4.
I mean, just to put in perspective for our viewers there, that last hand against her and, who just got eliminated? Mitch? Wait, no.
Race.
100.
Yeah, I know. It was close.
Was it Michael H? Yeah, she doubled up through.
Yes, Michael H, yeah. So she, yeah, just to put it in perspective for our viewers, that last hand between her and Michael H was worth about $1,000.
Yeah.
Got J Deals in the chat from Twitch asking about the buy-in amount. This buy-in for our tournament was $365. All these players started at 10 a.m. And now we're down to our final 4. Playing for a top prize of $9,800. Each player now guaranteed $4,600. Carlo, the chat pro, what's up?
Alright, 3 players, 1 on, and still on the side.
Well, we got 3 players.
I'm good.
Who's all in?
100.
Did I hear somebody said somebody's all in?
Yeah, it looks like Snow's all in right now, and it's between Carl and Michael B. Carl with 2 pair. 2 pair gonna hold, and looks like Carl's gonna value bet again and eliminate Snow, unfortunately. I know a lot of people were cheering for Snow to make a little bit of a comeback there. It's hard not to root for an underdog. Carl will take down the pot, and Snow will be eliminated in 4th place, taking home a nice prize there. Gigi's in the chat for Snow, making a nice comeback.
Yeah, there she is, a very nice lady. I know you weren't here to talk, a very nice lady. She was the big story today. There you go, Snow, big story of the day. Making the
First
final
time
table.
playing at TCH and makes the final table. How about that?
Yeah, and you know, and play. I mean, she played very well. You know,
Yeah, played very well and takes home a nice prize of $4,615. GG's absolutely for Miss Snow there.
definitely congratulations. I kind of get the feeling, Derek, we're going to see this lady again sometime soon.
Totally agree.
Between first and second is good for you.
What one was it? You take
350 from 3rd place and give it to
All right, looks like they're talking about a chop right now or some kind of something. So let's take this moment, Derek. Ask the people, you know, like we always do. Ask them the question: where you listening from? Throw it out there. You know, we'd like to know.
Going lower down the volume here on the table. And yeah, it's a great point there, Mitchell. For all our loyal viewers out there, we want to know where y'all are watching from. Love to see where all our loyal viewers are watching from around the world. So go ahead and hit that keyboard and let us know where you're watching TCH live from.
Yeah, at the end of this hand, here they're talking at the end of this hand. We'll throw a couple of cities out there.
We have no issue with it.
How much? He's paying her out, so.
Ooh.
When you're done, can you?
Antarctica. Wow.
We're gonna take 350 off 3rd and split it between
All right,
1st
well,
and
it-
2nd.
Okay. 350 off a 3rd and split it between 1st and 2nd.
Yes.
You got it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yep.
All right, they made some kind of agreement, and it looks like the game will continue. Crawls ahead with the 4, but Axel did just hit the 3 on the turn. Might think he's good here. But test the water, see what happens.
Oh, I just realized what they did there. That's an interesting restructure there. So they actually took money away from third place and added it to first and second. So I guess they really wanted to make that first place money $10,000 even.
Ooh.
So it makes the first place money a little bit bigger there.
That's different. So Carl will take it down, and we'll move on. You want to read some of the cities there, Derek?
Yeah, sure thing. Let's see here. So we're going to start it off with Massachusetts, North California, Charleston, South Carolina, Milwaukee, McKinney, Texas, Miami Beach, Austin, Texas, Shepherdsville, Kentucky, Baltimore, Maryland.
There it is. My
Sunderland,
people from Baltimore.
England, New Orleans, Hungary, Waxahachie, Connecticut, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Bustedville, and from Bokersby.
Hungary, we have a. That's cool.
Kansas City, Forney, Texas, Tennessee. Thank y'all so much. Really appreciate everyone that's been tuning in here around the country, around the state, and around the world.
And Gordon there from Miami here every week. You gotta love that.
Appreciate it, Gordon. And Kalmar here says 4 a.m. in Hungary right now. Wow. Well, thank you so much for staying up late and watching our stream tonight.
Wow.
Just barely, though.
That's got to be you, Derek. I don't know of anybody who'll stay up to 4 o'clock in the morning and listen to me.
I mean, you got me there too. I don't.
Well, we do appreciate it. We do appreciate it. Maybe it's just they love the poker. Dallas, Texas poker. Thank you, everybody. We do appreciate it. I know I do. All right. Flop's going to come jack high. Carl's got a couple of clubs there with the flush draw. Mike's got the, looks like a gut shot there. Looking for one of Carl's nines. Mike want to make a bet out at it with the queen high. It's good. He doesn't know that. Mike is still good with the queen high. But Carl could possibly take this down.
But Carl will check, so Michael has the betting lead here. Unlikely that he wants to check back queen high, so I definitely see him betting out and trying to take his pot down. We'll go big here. 375 it looks like. Nice pot there for Michael. Some aggression. Yeah. Thomas with a question. Where did Ben go? He moved back to Wisconsin. You know, a lot of his family, a lot of Angie's family as well, were in Wisconsin, so I moved back to be a lot closer to them.
Yeah, I was chatting with him a little bit earlier. They're doing well. They're doing well.
But really appreciate everyone that's been tuning in for the past 50 minutes. If you're just now joining us, we're down to our final 3 players. Down to our final 3 players. Playing for the top prize here.
All right, Axel's got an ace-10 here.
Yeah, so if my math serves me correct here, third place is going to be now around $5,200. Second place is going to be $7,700, and then first place is going to be about $10,000. Got a few more locations here. Alberta, Canada, North Carolina, Addison, Texas. Very cool. You ever check out Addison, Texas? Or Addison, Mitchell?
I've driven through it, I haven't really done, I've been in Dallas, or the Dallas area, I guess I should say, for almost 2 years now, and I've not done as much, looking around as I normally would. But, I'm busy working and, hanging out with Emily. We started seeing each other shortly after I moved here, so I spent a lot of time with her. But we do.
I highly recommend the Addison area. There's a lot of nice restaurants there. A lot of nice restaurants, a lot of nice bars as well.
Well, you know I don't drink, but I tell you what though, I did check out the new location of our new room over in Las Colinas.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that to me the other day.
Yeah, dude, a lot of nice restaurants over there. There's a couple of 2-3 steakhouses there in the shopping center, and looks really nice. I got a chance to walk in and see the progress on the room is coming along.
Yeah, no, honestly, I mean that's what I'm most excited about because it seems like having our room or having a room, in a more public area is being really good for our room, right? Because how many people have you talked to that even after 2 years still don't know about TCH Dallas?
Yeah.
Might be because like we're kind of hidden away back here, but being that public in that location, people might be going out for dinner with those nice restaurants and just be like, oh, look at that, a poker room. I might go check it out, and might really drive up our player base quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree. It's a nice. I mean, it's I like it here. It's kind of quiet and out of the way. I do like that. But you're definitely right. If we don't build up the clientele we got coming in here, it definitely beats announcing it on the radio. I don't know if they do. Do they do that anymore? Do they announce anything on? Do they advertise on the radio anymore?
I typically don't listen to the radio, so.
Yeah, so the same thing with the newspaper. I don't think it's been a long time since I saw somebody reading. Do they still sell newspapers?
Actually, there's one player that plays PLO or Congress here that brings a newspaper every day.
Yeah.
But that's the only person that I've seen.
You could see all kind of advertisement, and we have an all in. Axel going all in with the 8. Yeah, and even the radio. Nobody, I remember back when I was young, man. 94 WYSP, the home of rock and roll. I don't even know if that's still around anymore.
Poker C saying he's looking forward to seeing the new room. Yeah, I mean, according to Mitchell, it's pretty sweet. So I'm gonna have to go check it out sometime. And looks we got Base Patriot Frog says, I just learned about y'all and definitely will be joining. Yeah, see, we've been over for 2 years since October of 2020, and October of 2021, and we still get new members. We get so many new members every single week. It's kind of crazy to think about. I guess just to give y'all some perspective, I joined the club as a member, and back in February of 2022, and my player card number I think is like 4194. And then the number of your player card is the order that you registered in, and I'm sure Mitchell's is in like the 2000s or something, right? Like, or maybe even less.
I don't know, my player's card.
Yeah.
Oh, because my player's card is a little different than my employee card. Yeah, my player's card is 3,400.
Yeah, so just to give y'all some perspective, that's when I guess Mitchell and I kind of joined the club around the same time, and we're in the 4000s, and I think the most recent player numbers are in the like 28 to 29,000s. So we've got a lot of player members joining us.
Yeah, the new room is located over there at MacArthur Boulevard over there. I think it's, I know it's next to a Hudson House. I don't know the exact, let me see, make sure. I don't want to give you guys, yeah, that looks like the place.
225.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if we should be blasting the location out
No.
specifically. I don't know. I don't know if they want people just be like rushing there when they're still working on construction.
Yeah, I don't know when the open date is. It's still, I mean, it still looks like it's a bit away.
Yeah, so from my understanding, the new rooms will be opening in the first quarter of 2023. So, I mean, at the very latest, spring of 2023.
Yeah, I mean, I was over there. They still had a lot to go, but they had, I counted like 10 guys.
I had a good hand.
Yeah.
You know, 10 guys, and they were working hard. Carl's going to look down at a couple of jacks. But we're going to have, I know we're going to have a lot more to offer in the new room than we do here. It's some type of a restaurant. Is that right? You hear that, Derek?
I'm sorry?
In the new room. Let's see.
Yeah, there's
Actually,
going to be a restaurant in there.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here.
200.
Axel might think his 6. Yeah, he might think his 6 is good here. He wants to see anyway.
Check.
Hmm.
300.
That's your side.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point from wishful thinking. If you're reading a paper at PLO game, you are not action. Yeah, I mean, but I've seen it at least once or twice from 2 separate players. They'll have a newspaper while they're playing 5-card high-low or PLO. Thomas here in the chat says his player number is 256. Wow, one of the OGs.
So Carl's going to go ahead and throw a little something out there.
That's your side.
Axel asking to see the stack again. Base Patriot saying Carl needs to start applying max pressure, and there it is. He's doing it. Yeah, Poker Monkey's got a number of 318. That's they must have came in on the same day. So there's the chip count for you there, gentlemen.
Pocket 9's here for Michael
All
B.
right.
Big hand, 3-handed.
Let's see what he wants to do with this.
125.
Good lord, boy. I keep getting fucking pairs and
Did you check?
nines.
He was
side
saying,
nines.
he was going to try to get
I don't know if
the
you've seen it. I did kind of
max
flash it
value
up,
with those
but-
chips, with those 9s.
Yep, we're good.
– 300 viewers right now. Great viewership so far. Axel's turn to have pocket 9s.
Let's see what he wants to do with this. He's going to raise it up there. And Carl and Mike will go away. And here it is, Saturday night, Dallas, Texas Courthouse. Final table, hand number 43, down to the final 3.
There are red chips.
Axel, Mike, and Carl.
Thank you.
What are you guys pulling for?
1.6.
Yeah, 1.6, 1.7.
Thank you.
Carl's going to like these two picture cards suited. And the button. See what he wants to do with this. Three-handed, he's going to like it, see if he gets any action. And he will not.
Keeping the 50 in here.
Alright, let's see if I can try to understand this question here. How much does the quality of y'all's analysis change from being commentators to actually playing at the table? Derek, is your strat better when you are not at the table? I mean, I guess I'm just going to say, like, I guess I'll say the strategy is definitely a lot better when I'm not at the table, just because I can see all the cards, right? I can see all the cards. I'm not risking any money.
Yeah, but I understand the question, but obviously, yeah, I mean, being able to see the cards.
Yeah, that affects it greatly. So it's definitely hard to keep like a separation between seeing the cards and the strategy, right? Like it's when I'm doing analysis for commentating, I'm just gonna say like what's like the most optimal way, just based on what I'm seeing in the cards, and it's occasionally you might hear me say like, oh, from my perspective, I was like playing as that player. I might try to put myself in the player's shoes and say like, oh, this is how I would play it if I didn't know the player's cards with those exact holdings. Like for instance, I'd be like, oh, with King 9 here, if I didn't know Axel had 5-4, I'd probably still might go for the 3-bet here, just because we are 3-handed. King 9, plays pretty strong, but he will just make the call. But yeah, obviously when I'm playing, I don't know any player's cards, so I'm playing in the sense of just like analyzing, tendencies or maybe prior history of that player.
Yeah, I mean, when I have the advantage of looking at their cards. All right, now hold on. Axel's going to go. He's going to raise it up here.
Let's me a bet here from Axel. Pretty dry board. We'll just make the call. I like the call here. I don't think the raise accomplishes all too much. Folds out all of Axel's bluffs, and you would only get called by better hands here if he raises big.
Axel did hit the 5. I think he'd much rather see a club. Well, let's see what he wants to do. Like, this is what I would do with Mike checking here. Yeah, that's what I'm curious to see what he would do.
And I totally agree. I think a check back definitely makes the most sense, just because Michael's showing a lot of strength on the flop by calling your bet, and you did turn showdown value, so you don't really want to turn a hand that might be good on the river, because Michael could be floating with a hand like Queen 10 or Ace 10, and that pair of 5s might be good. But obviously, when Michael shoves all in on the river here, the 5 is most likely not good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he called your flop bet. But yeah, I mean when I'm here watching, I like to, because I have the advantage of knowing what they have. What would he do? What's he going to do in this situation? Because every situation has many different opportunity, things you could do. How's he going to handle?
Yep.
Here's the position. How many players? Who's he playing against? This is
that's the fun part about knowing the cards, right? We can kind of just like go down the rabbit hole of like, oh, here are all the different possibilities that this player could do, right?
And that's what I do when I'm playing.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not in the hand, I'm watching someone playing someone else, how they're playing against them.
The hot dog Dave here. The longer you're a commentator, does it change your personal strategy? I mean, I find myself, I think about poker a lot more, right? I mean, and kind of thinking about poker just kind of gives you more experience in the long run. But I mean, it's hard to really say that commentating is anything close to playing for real, right? It's just very different.
Yeah, I'd say it's different because I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I wouldn't say it helps, and I wouldn't say it hurts all too much, right? Like it's pretty neutral in my opinion.
Yeah. I'd really like to have some mystery hands if we could do that, to see. I think that would, to me, that would be interesting. Of course, obviously, show the hand when it's over, and say but I don't know if we have the capabilities of doing that. Yeah, Ryan, I'm working late tonight. Got to be back in tomorrow at 9. Well, I'm here late. This is a lot of fun.
Ryan, one of our new dealers here, actually used to work with Mitch out in Baltimore, right?
Yeah, we worked at the Horseshoe live back there. I guess I could say that right there, back on the East
Yeah,
Coast.
you're fine. You're fine. Yeah.
Um,
Well, and they're just casinos too. You know?
Yeah.
But
Michael
yeah, really
P.
appreciate you stopping in, Ryan. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, even when the country shut down because of COVID, Ryan spent a lot of time in my house. We all work together.
Michael B here has pocket nines with the betting lead. Carl gonna outflop him with second pair.
Yeah.
Let's see if Michael continues the aggression here on this pretty dicey board for pocket nines.
Yeah. I don't think. I think the queen probably helped Mike. It slowed him down.
Yeah, well, that's really one more overcard to the nines. Don't really see much merit to make the call or bluffing here. Pretty dry board in the sense where there's not many bluffs that Carl could have.
We could have got it all in.
Here's a
Which will think
question.
of the question. Yeah, have you both become a better player by dealing? Honestly, people ask me this all the time because they say like, oh well, like you're dealing with the same players that you might be playing with, and or vice versa or whatever. And like, are you analyzing the like the play? I mean, I guess for people that don't know, a lot of the dealers here do play here at the card room because we're allowed to. But yeah, I get asked a lot like, oh, like, are you when you're dealing to players, are you analyzing the hands? Like, no, I'm just trying to do my job honestly and trying to make the game run as smoothly as possible. I'm very rarely thinking like poker strategy while I'm dealing, and I imagine Mitch is about the same.
Well, I'll get to it, but right now we got a hand brewing right here. Kings versus tens. Mike is seriously looking to double up here. If he knew what Axel had, he probably would have jammed right there.
I definitely like the call here just because, three-handed, it's very hard for your opponent to have a much stronger hand than kings other than aces, right?
Yeah.
So it's a great hand to trap with. And, you're really just hoping Axel connected this board with like an ace king or ace queen or queen 10.
Well, unfortunately for Mike, a 10 didn't come up for him, but a jack and a queen did, so it's going to slow it down here a little bit. I don't think he'll get too much from Axel. That I think the board were 9 high. I think he'd be able to get more from Axel.
He will put in the check raise against Axel. And Axel here, very strong hand even on this board, pocket tens. But there's not many available draws there just because Axel has 2 tens, right? The jack, or like the 9-10 suiteds. Not many combos of those left, so you have 2 tens. And Michael will take the pot down. But yeah, back to that question there. What were you going to say, Mitch?
Whether or not dealing has made me a better player, I'm going to say it has in a lot of ways. Being around, seeing so many hands. Even if you're not playing it, seeing so many hands has definitely changed. I've been playing since I was 12. I spent a lot of time in Atlantic City. But yeah, I would say it's made me a better player. But it's kind of slowed down. It's not huge now because I've been doing it for so long. So, but yeah, getting to playing where I work, it has its advantages, but it doesn't. I don't know. It has. What do you think? You play other places. You playing where you work, Derek? Is it a little different?
Yeah, it is definitely different here, but we do have a 3-way multi-pot here, pot here, so let's talk about that after.
Seeing some love in the chat for Mike.
Carl will take it down here with some aggression. Nice hand for him.
Sorry.
I mean, I'll say that like it's like we say like what the advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I feel handcuffed. You know, if you know what that means. And there's, you know, a lot of people I don't want to, you know, take their chips. You know, so when I come here and I play here, I try to have a lot of fun. You know, I do try
totally
to
agree.
win. I do try to win, but I try to have a lot of fun at the table. Now, if I were to go to one of the rooms around the area that I don't work, then I'd play a little differently. You know.
I'm targeting you.
But here was a question: how different is working in Dallas as opposed to Baltimore? Well, it's a lot different. But first of all, a shout out to all my poker people in Dallas. I love them all. The players are awesome. But the people are different. People here are really nice, really polite. I grew up on the East Coast, so I get along with them. But the people here are really nice, very polite people. And I think it's just a poker community in a whole, you know. I played in, you know, Florida, Washington State, California. I played all over the country, and the poker community, the poker people in general, I think are just an awesome bunch of people. But I don't know, Baltimore, you know, they have a special place in my heart because I was there. My kids were there working. They were great people in Baltimore.
Still down to our final 3 players here. These players playing for a top prize of $10,000. They've been battling for a bit here, 3-handed. 3 very solid players.
Like I feel now.
Yeah, maybe.
Wow, Axel here with the aces.
Wow.
I don't let it get to me. You know,
Wow.
you think if somebody
Probably not going to get in the action.
then
See,
sometimes people just have hands.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just have cards.
what do you think, Derek? All in with the 3-handed with the aces. What do you think?
No, he raised. He didn't go all in.
Oh, I thought he said. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he said all in.
No, he just raised. I think the raise is perfectly fine. Don't want to give any free cards.
I wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking at him. I thought he said all in. No. Okay.
No raise this time. No raise this time. You willed me into a shitty hand on the button. On the button.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, there's an all in. I got 300 people watching, Derek. And number 55 down in the final 3. What's the likes look like? I can't see. Where are the likes? I'm still trying to figure out this new stuff here.
It's not on that screen. You have to go to YouTube. But it looks like we got about 70 likes. So I think it's fair to ask for 115 likes by the end of the stream. Try to get about 45 more. So if you've yet to hit that like button, folks, hit that like button. Really appreciate if y'all could. Helps the channel out a bunch. Really appreciate it, Thomas. That's very, very kind of you to say that. We do our best here with the you know, what we're given.
I like that. Thank you, Thomas. All right. Look at this. Mike with the ace king. Axel hitting the top 7.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, fortunately for Axel, he had enough of his stack there to, to fold out the ace king there, and gave him a bad price there. So nice hand there for Axel. Yeah, wishful thinking. Unfortunately, they can't change seeds just because the chip stacks and names are positioned for each exact scanner, right? So we'd have to reset the stream and
Yeah,
re-input everything. It just doesn't work.
Oh, sorry.
yeah. If you watch when the players get their cards, they rub them in a little circle there. That's their scanner. Their name's assigned to that. So
Yeah, their name and chip stack is assigned to that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, they have to stay.
Yeah, it gets really awkward when it's like seat 2 battling out seat 8 because we've had that a few times, and yeah, we've had multiple people always bring up like, oh, why can't they just move and make it easier on the dealer? It's like, we wish they could.
Yeah, I'm sure Axel's very comfortable over there all by himself over there with his pocket 3s. You got Mike and Carl over there jamming each other up.
160.
160.
Yeah, Mike, let's hit the 115 goal. I like it. There's Ash from Canada. Welcome. All right, this could be interesting. Pocket 3s against ace king. Oh, that's it. No, he didn't call. Jeez. Derek is cold in here again.
Yeah, it's an ice box in there. It always is.
Guys, if you don't know, Derek's broadcasting from his house again in his pajamas.
I'm actually not. I'm wearing normal clothes.
I know you're wearing your pajamas. Don't lie. Kick back.
Are there RF readers in the chips to keep count on screen? No, so all the chip stacks are done manually by our action tracker, Tyler, back there. But that actually might be in the works. The RFID chips, we're looking into that.
Tyler, always on fire back here behind the scenes doing the job. Always. Derek, I know you're not a big baseball fan, but they say, there's a saying, how, an umpire's done a great job when you don't realize he's there. And that's what Tyler and Cooper back here, these guys, the behind the scenes guys, these guys are on fire back here. All the time. Always. I just now turned this heater on. Now it's cranking some heat out. Down to 3 players, I'm just not turning on the heater. I blame myself.
1 minute, Mitch. I need to head to my fridge to grab a snack.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm kidding.
Thanks.
Maybe I'll go warm up some soup real quick.
Yeah, you suck, Derek.
I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking to do this more on Saturday, just because I do like to use my Saturdays to do other things. So it's tough for me to make it out to the room.
Yeah, and it works great for me because I'm already here. And, and if I get done at 5, then I'll play a little bit like I did today. And unfortunately, I guess I got a little carried away. It was a little late getting in, but I was in the room.
And maybe not a fair question, but perhaps y'all could discuss pros and cons of playing on streams. I mean, I personally think there's definitely more pros to it than cons in the long run. I guess obviously the first con is like, other players can then see how you might be playing and might use that against you. But I mean, I see that there's more benefit to it just because you can see all the other players have how they play, right? And then if you run into them on the final table, you might have some advantage that way. And also you can analyze certain spots and keep yourself honest, right? So like when you play on like a 3-4 hour cash game live stream, you really keep yourself honest by seeing like how you've been playing for that entire extended period. While like if you're playing on the floor without a live stream, your perspective might be a little bit distorted, like with like how time and maybe how the action went, and I guess those are just a few things I can think of right off the bat.
So Mike's going to go all in with the ace queen. I don't know if.
Like almost like a little over one.
You have like 500, 600?
650.
650.
Yeah, I think Carl was, and that's what I'm talking about. I know what he has, so I look at him, and I can see what he's thinking. I like the what's he thinking here, and he seriously thought about it. Checking what everybody else has.
It's not unreasonable, just because of how you're not. It's hard for you to be dominated, and you might have live cards against a lot of hands. But I think he might have done the math there, and the price wasn't right there in the end.
Yeah. And then 8-6. I mean, it was suited, but it's still it's 8-6.
It's 8 high at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, Ryan. Here's a question. Ryan wants to know, where from the room do we broadcast? Ryan, if we have the table that you're looking at, and if you're standing right looking at the table, a couple of doors to the right there, that's where we are. Oh, that's where I am. Derek is home, kicked back on his couch. If he was home, I'd say he'd probably have a cheesesteak with him. Brian understands what I'm saying. I don't think Derek has a cheesesteak. Have you ever had a cheesesteak, Derek?
Yeah. I forgot what this place was called. What was it? I can't remember the name of a place I used to go to a lot, but I've also had a few from Jersey Mike's. Cheesesteak's pretty good.
That's no good. I tell you what. The next time you come in on Saturday, instead of staying home, there is a place down the road a little bit. It's okay. It's an okay sandwich, and I'll go down and I'll get us a couple of sandwiches.
All right, that sounds great, Mitch.
And it's close. It's close. And no disrespect to Jersey Mike's, I don't want to, but. Man, it's another place. It's right down the road, a couple miles down the road. It's a decent sandwich. I found it on the way home.
Big spot here, and it looks like Michael B might be seriously considering a call. Carl turning his hand into a bluff here. Michael B with just second to the bottom pair here. Thought it was bottom pair for a second, but no, there was a deuce. But we'll make the fold. What a play there from Carl. That's just power poker there.
60 I fold pre-flop.
And that's and that's how good Mike is. He didn't just automatically throw it away. He gave it some thought. And he's like, probably figure he'd find a better spot, but he thought he might have been good there.
I mean, I think if in that exact spot, I think it's better to try to win the pot with an all-in rather than just making the call, because occasionally Carl could have like a second or third pair, right? That's betting as a bluff, right? So you might want to try to fold out some of those hands that could be bluffing. And nothing's worse, right, Mitch? Where you call thinking they're bluffing and they have you like pipped by one card.
Oh yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. When some of their bluffs beat your hands.
Yeah.
So that's why I'd prefer an all-in there from Mike B if he could have found it. And it looks like we got an all-in and a call here.
Look at this.
Axel gonna find the queen on the flop. Turn is a 3. Max sweat here.
4.
No 4 to be found.
So Axel will double up.
Axel's gonna double up through Michael B. Michael B now the shortest stack. Mark Wee in the chat. What's up, Mark? Hey, Mitch. Hey, Derek.
Mark, what's happening?
Oh, I don't know if you saw on Facebook, if you're friends with them on Facebook, but Kim and Hayden actually are moving into a new house very soon, thanks to Mark there.
Yeah, I saw Hayden talking to Mark last week sometime. but I knew I did know a little something about it. I didn't know all the details.
But yeah, I think they're moving in a new maybe a rental home soon.
I'm not kidding.
And they're definitely looking to purchase a home soon to make Dallas their permanent home, which would be very cool. Nice to always have them nearby.
For 7 dudes.
That's a good hand.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
He's flirting with you.
Yeah.
He's flirting with you.
Giving you the lucky look.
Has Derek has Carl made the final table before?
I don't. I feel like he has actually. He kind of looks familiar.
Okay, there's an all in with the ace 4.
I ain't gonna come close.
We
Just
know.
to give a little special shout out there to Mark, right? I mean, if anyone that plays at TCH Dallas needs some real estate needs, you should definitely know Mark. I've heard he does good work.
Yeah. Ryan, Ryan from Baltimore. He's moving, and I sent him to Mark. I said, hey, we got Mark out there. So I know that they said they talked to each other. All right, Carl's got ace king and all the chips. Let's see what he wants to do with it.
150.
This is like Akil that one weekend, right? Where it just seemed like he had. Do you remember that when Akil he had queens against jacks, kings against queens?
Yeah. And Akil, he did. He got the cards. He ran good, but he played well. I mean,
He did.
that's
It's
the
the same thing for Carl too. Yeah, Carl's playing very well.
I saw Akil make a couple of nice laydowns, whereas, and I thought in my mind, honestly, that, I'm running so hot that I'm invincible. I would have made the call, but like, oh, damn. But Akil didn't do that. He played well, even though, he got the cards, but he still played well. All right, we got a hand brewing here. Uh-huh. That could be trouble for Axel. That 10 on the river there.
Yeah,
Nice
that definitely could be a lot of trouble. Second pair, two-handed, or three-handed.
Yeah.
Oh man, now it's just like. Now Axel just needs to figure out, like, is it worth making the call here with
Nice.
Michael? Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, that's.
Double up hand.
I mean, regardless if Carl had the king or not, right? It's just not worth the risk there, just because Michael has less chips than him.
Yeah, too far away.
I tell you,
Oh, you just need a couple
Mike's been at the final table a few times. He's no stranger. Axel, this kid's on fire. The new thing on the scene. He's on top of his game. He's playing tournaments like it's like it is his job.
Yeah.
And but it looks like it's gonna be Carl's night tonight. He's got all the chips, getting the cards. Mike's gonna look down at King Jack.
Might be good enough here for the all-in, and he will go all-in.
There it is.
Oh,
Axel.
no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, are you kidding me? Are
Okay.
you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, Axel's going to ask for a count, but he's just kind of...
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he might have tried to. He was trying to course.
Induce, yeah, she was trying to induce Carl into the action as well.
That's what he was trying to do.
Wow. I mean, what a cooler spot here for Michael. Needs to find a jack. There's the ace in the window. All right, there's a sweat though.
He could hit a 10. He's looking for a 10. One is gone already, but he's still 3. No, he won't find it.
That's gonna be it for Michael B. Gonna take home that $5,300.
What?
GG's in the chat for Michael B. Congratulations to him.
Yeah. As always,
Same if from third or second or third.
Yeah.
Mike played well. He always plays well. I mean, one of the better players.
I had the big blind last time.
He'll definitely make you sit up straight and take notice when he's at the table. One of the better players, no doubt, in the room. He's been playing a little of, I think I've been playing a little bit of PLO too, I think, right?
With chips.
Yeah.
Michael?
Yeah.
Or did you go straight to the button?
Maybe. I'm not too sure, honestly. I haven't really seen him play too much cash.
Yeah, it went down. You sure?
Yeah.
Oh. Good luck. Good luck.
Well, now we are hand 69. This will be hand number 70. Final two.
Heads up for the title here.
Carl going to look down at 2 picture cards. Axel with the 9-5. Wow. Nice flop. Nice flop for Axel. Got an open ender. Just missed.
I think he's going to try to bet out Carl here, and he will take it down. What's the payout mark? They did a little bit of a restructure where it was an interesting one too. They took 350 off of third place, so that brought that down to 5,300, and then or around 5,200, and then second place, and they added 350. Wait, no, okay, hold on. Or maybe they took down 700 from third and then added 350 to both second and first. I might have misheard them, but I think first is around $10,000 tonight, and second is close to 7,000.
Look at this.
Kings for Axel. Carl with top pair.
Carl going to flop top pair with the 5.
Oh, that's kind of a scary card.
Yeah.
Brings in a one-liner. One-liner in the front door diamonds. Carl's just going to check. And does Axel want to go for some value? Nice little pot there for Axel, heading the right direction. Carl was still the major chip lead here, 2-1 chip lead. Or not that big of a chip lead, but still a chip lead nonetheless. Just one all-in either direction will either end the tournament or, you know, completely switch the tide in Axel's favor.
Got Mark turning in from Miami.
Thanks for tuning in, Mark.
Weather, I'm sure the weather's nice down there. Carl's got a 5-7 of hearts. Let's throw a little raise out there. Axel said, okay. All right. Flop help nobody. Carl's going to bet him. I don't think Axel can make the call here. He might have to just throw this away. And does.
$325 viewers so far for our final table.
For a heads-up action here, hand number 72.
Yeah, but we're down to our final two, as Mitchell says. If you're just now joining us, you're listening to Mitch and Derek right now. We got Axel and Carl battling it out here for the top prize of $10,000. And the bragging rights say they won the Saturday tournament. Biggest tournament of the week for us. This would be a strong play from Carl if we could find, you know, a raise or a jam here. Oh, I love it.
And Carl will take it down. And there was we were talking a little bit earlier, Derek, about where exactly Axel sits on both the lists. I don't think there's any doubt now. After today, I'm sure he'll be probably number one on both lists.
I like this question here from Wishful Thinking. Pros and cons of chopping with multiple players left. Seems like Texas final tables chop more than the Vegas final tables. I mean, obviously the pro is that, you know, you can make, you know, you can guarantee yourself a lot more money. But I know definitely I think a con. I want to stress. I think it's me personally. I think it's a major con in the long run. You might stunt yourself as a player. You know, if you will get less experience playing shorthanded, and you might find yourself on the final table heads up, playing for $1 million, and your opponent's not going to want to chop for that amount. And that and you might wish back to these smaller tournaments, to these $100 or $300 tournaments that you played it out and got the final table experience. So that's what I'd say to that question. 2 pair for Carl. We'll just check back and take down a nice spot.
Tight check. Tight check. Bye.
I was thinking about it. I was actually thinking that in my head, but I didn't want to say it.
Well,
I did think that was a little bit of a tight check there.
5 cents. So what's a 50-50 for Joe?
It looks like Sal's a little cold. So they're rubbing his hands. It looks like he's a little cold, shaking it off a little bit.
Nate there in the chat says, "Well, coming late and it's heads up already." Yeah, we had a quick final table right now. We had about 4 or 5 players eliminated in the first 30 minutes. But thanks for tuning in anyways, Nate. Thank you so much. Again, these 2 players are now playing for a top prize of $10,000 for our 20K guarantee tournament. We say it's a 20K guarantee tournament, but each week we always smash the guarantee. This week we hit a total prize pool of 51,300.
Yeah. Yeah, you could if you like tournaments, we have tournaments every day, twice a day actually, the midday and the evening, right?
Correct, and the only day we don't have a night tournament is Friday.
Yeah.
We literally have morning and night tournaments every single day. We even have a morning tournament on Friday, but at night on Friday we try to leave the tables open for all the cash games that we have that day. Rita does bring up a good point. Hey, please hit that like button. We're about 6 likes away from 115, so would really like that. Go ahead, Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, I like playing the cash. So Carl's going to go all in here. Let's see what happens. And Axel will throw away. I like the fact that they, we try to cater to the players, and at cash tournaments, always listing Eugene. I saw him out there talking to a couple of the tournament players today. Always listed, and definitely on Friday nights is reserved for cash players. I love playing cash. I was playing some cash earlier, but I do like playing tournaments. We have nice tournaments like turbo tournaments. We have them in the mornings. Sunday, I personally like the Sunday tournament. This one here is too long for me personally, but I like the Sunday tournament. I know I've seen you play the Sunday tournament a couple times, Derek.
Sunday, maybe once or twice.
I know I've seen you at the final table here on the Saturday tournament.
Just one time.
Well, thank you, Ed. Just hit the like button.
Wishful thinking, discussing. Can you discuss late registration? I've always wondered why players like to. I mean, there's definitely different schools of thought to it. I think for like a really fast turbo tournament, you probably don't want to late register because the blinds go up very quickly, like the morning turbos. You probably want to try to build your chip stack quite, early, and then you could play, a lot more hands and try to, play against or play more pots, play bigger pots.
We have it all in, Derek. All in.
Oh, all in a call. It's pure coin flip here, and Carl here, way ahead with the 8s. And it's gonna be a sweat, actually.
They both have a club.
Can hit a 9-10 or club.
No.
And no, that'll be the tournament. Carl will take down this tournament. Congratulations to Carl, taking home a top prize of $10,000. And congratulations to Axel for taking home second place for $7,000, about $7,300. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you to Sal, our dealer tonight. Thank you to Cooper and Tyler doing all the hard work. Eugene doing our tournament directing in the evening, and Bryce, of course, turn director in the morning. And thank you to Mitch for commentating with me tonight.
All right, Derek, you have fun tonight, relaxing on the couch. Thanks, guys, for listening, tuning in, and behave yourselves. We'll see you later.
Really appreciate everyone for tuning in. I'll see y'all